Keeping enterprise technology relevant requires constant adjustment. Data teams are under intense pressure to modernize handling terabytes of information, delivering insights to the business. Microsoft is steering its enterprise customers toward modern cloud-based analytics platforms. They are prioritizing the Power BI ecosystem for future development. This forces developers and IT directors to confront a practical question. Is SQL Server Reporting Services, SSRS, an obsolete technology or an enduring necessity? This matrix outlines the core trade-off. On one side, Power BI provides dynamic, cloud-based dashboards built for interactive discovery. On the other, SSRS offers static, server-based outputs designed for absolute precision. Deciding between these two impacts distinct groups. If you're a developer, you need to know where to invest your learning hours. If you're an IT manager, you have to decide where to allocate infrastructure budget. Direct, pragmatic tone. We are going to cut through the marketing hype. We'll look at the technical realities to determine exactly when SSRS remains the right tool for the job. Accurate assessment here determines whether your career skills stay relevant and whether your company's IT budget delivers a measurable return. SSRS has a long history. It launched in 2004 as a server-based report-generating system, and for over a decade it was the standard for enterprise reporting. It gained traction because of its raw processing power. An SSRS server can process massive volumes of raw database tables and reliably output consistent, standardized datasets every day. This diagram illustrates paginated reports. It forces raw data into a perfectly formatted A4 layout, ready for printing. This strict layout is required for quarterly financial statements, hospital bills, or regulatory documents that must print identically every time. But that rigidity has limits. The main drawback of SSRS is its lack of interactivity. Users cannot click data points to investigate the underlying numbers. It relies on basic charts and pre-generated datasets. While reliable, it doesn't offer the advanced visualizations executives expect for real-time data manipulation. SSRS is a stable production tool for finalized data. It is not an investigative tool for discovery. If your executives want to explore data, a transition to Power BI is appealing. It enables real-time data processing and user-driven interactive analytics. Look at this quadrant chart comparing migration effort against business impact. Moving away from a legacy system is rarely a clean break. Attempting a total SSRS replacement puts the project in the high-effort, high-risk quadrant due to data migration complexity. First, it creates an operational skill gap. Forcing a database team to suddenly adopt DAX formulas and cloud architecture slows productivity significantly. Second, you lose specific functions. Moving entirely to Power BI sacrifices the ability to generate the pixel-perfect, compliant documents that legal and finance departments require. There are also cost implications. You are paying to replace existing infrastructure and retrain your entire staff for a change that may not improve every reporting need. Removing SSRS completely often introduces operational delays and regulatory risks solely to achieve more visually appealing dashboards. Microsoft recognizes these challenges. That is why their recommended strategy for modernizing existing environments is a hybrid approach. The technical bridge for this strategy is the Power BI report server. This architecture flowchart shows organizations running both systems simultaneously. A central Power BI report server splits your data streams. One path routes interactive data to dynamic executive dashboards. The second path handles static data, allowing legacy SSRS reports to generate precise regulatory documents. The trade-off is simple. Maintaining two separate systems increases infrastructure complexity and the total cost of ownership. Your staff needs to maintain dual competencies. They have to manage legacy SQL infrastructure while integrating modern cloud tools. A modern enterprise doesn't choose one platform over the other. It accepts higher system complexity to use the specific strengths of both reporting workflows. Microsoft is not phasing SSRS out. It is moving it to a specific, permanent role. Your strategy depends on your current position. Using this decision tree, let's break down the strategy. Beginners should prioritize Power BI for maximum employability. However, foundational SSRS skills offer a competitive edge at corporations maintaining legacy systems. Mid-career developers relying solely on SSRS risk their longevity and must modernize now. Complement your reporting background by learning REST APIs for integration and Microsoft Fabric to extend your reporting capabilities. Supporting hybrid models requires mastering cloud-based environments like Azure. You need to understand how the cloud connects with on-premises data. Finally, for enterprise IT directors, especially in finance, healthcare, and government, SSRS remains the better choice for your core regulatory outputs. Reject proposals for total migrations. Use a hybrid model to ensure you maintain data accuracy and compliance. SSRS is a specialized instrument. Understanding exactly when to deploy it and when to use modern alternatives is the sign of a mature data professional.